The OTE system is a sampling method where the inner barrel can be driven independently of the outer casing.
It's actually a soil sampling tool that some of the engineering group came up with several years ago. They had a client looking for a different way to do some sampling, and so they came up with the OTE, or out the end soil sampling system. And then it kind of just sat on the shelf for a while until people got interested in doing standard penetration tests with direct push machines and tools. This allows us to core and remove soil as we advance the tool, so we're not compressing all of that formation around the tool and at the front of the cutting shoe here. We're allowing the sample to go up in the sample sheath and then be removed before we do our SPT test. With the work, some field testing we've done here and field tests done by other people with some different tooling has shown that driven casing can be used if the method is appropriate and precautions are taken not to increase density in front of the cutting shoe as the tools are advanced, using a procedure like the OTE sampling system. If you're doing conventional SPT sampling, you would only run a test, one 2-foot test every 5 feet. So you would only see the soil that you sample with the SPT 2 feet out of every 5 feet sampled, okay? With this system, it allows you to visually see the sample because you're going to sample the full 5-foot interval, okay? So you'll see the entire sample of the interval, so you'll know if there are any lithologic changes through that 5-foot zone that you might miss with just that 2-foot sample.
Compared to an auger method, it's a lot less cleanup, it's a lot quicker to get to depths, and then it's a lot safer because you're not clearing cuttings away from the system.
If you're using hollow stem augers, you're generating a lot of cuttings, so you're going to have to handle those cuttings, either remove them from the side, or then after the boring is finished, you have to backfill the cuttings in the boring. And you have a larger diameter boring, so if you need to grout, it's going to take more grout than would be required with the direct push tool. With the direct push, you're going to have your sample, but you won't have a lot of extra cuttings generated during the advancement process from the direct push tool.
For an operator, he can run split spoon, he can run traditional dual tube. You could set a well. It gives you full diameter of that casing no matter what size you're using. So it gives you options on what you can do with that hole. And it's easy to run. So using a spring-assisted lift cap, it's really easy for the operator to use. And you're using the traditional components of a dual tube system, so it's really not that many extra parts that are necessary.